What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome to Tuesday Museday. Are you guys grooving along? I hope so. All right. Let's say hello. Today's theme is yin drumming. What is that? What is it? We're gonna talk about it, or I will talk about it. It came out of a conversation I had with somebody this morning. But let's say hello. Bill's here nice and early. Roseanne is here. Mick, hello. And Urban Dervish. Daisy, welcome back. And Sienna, nice to see you again. All right. We got some of the usuals, the usual offenders. Thanks, you guys. Nice to see you all. Urban Dervish is jamming along on my mini bongo. Nice. So that's the idea, you guys. Just playing along. Roseanne said, got my djembe all warmed up. Awesome. So, I was thinking, let me back up. So I gave a ride to the airport to some friends of mine this morning, and one of them is a yoga instructor, and I asked her how her yoga classes were going, and she said she was teaching these 3 classes, and one of them is like power core, and one of them is something else, and one of them was yin yoga, and I'm like, okay, what is yin yoga? I had an idea, but she said, what is yin yoga? And she said, well, it's just more gentle, and it moves, at a slower pace, and you just kind of hold a position, you hold a pose, and whether that's for strengthening or stretching, but it sounded like it just, is not exactly the same as gentle yoga. That's probably something a little different, but yin yoga was just more like slow, steady, purposeful. It sounded just, it's yin, right? As opposed to, I guess, yang yoga. And that conversation reminded me that I wanted to do a video and some play-alongs that are just like easy to join and not about like what I can do, but kind of, setting the tone and setting the space and holding that space for people to play along, or at least to groove along, get an idea of what they could do. And so here's the thing. So yin drumming to me is more about the groove and just relaxing into the rhythm and playing whatever you can play comfortably. And well, that's 2 things. So just grooving along, playing what you can play comfortably. 3, holding a position. In other words, if you notice what I did there, I tried to not move along too fast. Even though I felt like I did a lot of different things, which is probably true because it's just easy to keep spinning out ideas and wanting to go towards variations. But I was purposefully trying to create more of a continuity and play things that are, repetitive, and so that I just go more into a groove, go into that rhythm, because you don't have to change all the time. And I think what a lot of us do, myself included, especially when we're playing for other people or making videos, is we want to do things that are frenetic, or show-offy, right? Because it's social media and we're making videos. And what I see a lot of online, and I'm not judging this one over the other, but what I see a lot, is people that do what I call the look what I can do videos, right? Or look what I can do, see what I can do. And again, there's nothing wrong with great, like fast, amazing playing that's technical. But that's one side of the equation, right? That's one side of the spectrum. And so that's still there. It's fine. You can do that. We can work towards, frenetic playing and like fast and complicated and all that. But we can also go the other way, like yin yoga, and it's perfectly valid. And I think it's important because we can get more centered and settled, in the rhythm. And I think that's something that maybe we don't do enough. And it's more, just centering and kind of root down into that groove. So that's the idea with yin drumming. It wouldn't be unlike what, a lot of people do when they go to a drum circle, for example, or they participate in a drumming class or a dance class where you're playing drums for a dance class. That's what it reminds me of, because when you're doing that specifically, like playing drums for a dance class, you're playing in service. And so it's not about you. It's about like playing the music, keeping it together, holding it down, being steady, being reliable, and just creating that, container or structure. Yeah, and Mick said less is more. Exactly. So less is more, and quality is more. So you can focus on quality of tones while you're doing this. You can focus on repetition and developing a pattern and just sinking into that, like really soaking in it instead of running through puddles. Just get in there and, play something that you like and just play it over and over and over and let it turn into like a muscle memory kind of thing. And then if you want to move away from it, don't just run away quickly. Like you can just change things gradually, right? Like I think if you listen to what I did and you go back or you remember, you'll notice that I not in all cases, but in a lot of the time, I was just changing things a little bit over time. So I would do a pattern, maybe repeat it 4 or 8 times, and then I just change a feature of it. So it's basically the same thing, and I'm just kind of modulating through. Now, sometimes I would switch instruments, or of course, I made a pause in the middle so I could add some looped instruments. But generally speaking, you guys, I actually played like eighth notes the entire time, right? Or 16th, however you want to call them, but like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, like that's all I did the entire time. I don't know if I even did anything like any other rhythmic things. I was just basically doing a alternating hand pattern for most of it, which again, it lends itself to that steadiness. And you can do so much variation too with just doing right, left, right, left, right, left. You don't have to do a lot of fancy hand stuff. So anyway, that's kind of what I was working with today, kind of in that spirit, And I also just published a video, and I put it on the channel. So if you guys are subscribed, which I hopefully you are, and you hit the bell so you get notifications, you would have seen that. I also published it on the Patreon site, patreon.com/Kalani. So I encourage all of you to do that more, like explore that, in addition to doing, your lessons, like learning rhythms and practicing new rhythms and working on soloing and all that. So this is just another thing, not meant to, again, I'm not saying this is better than that. It's just another thing to make sure that you have, to remember that you have, and that you can do that anytime. So, a little bit more inward, a little bit more contemplative, and just simple and steady and yin. All right? All right. So, I'm glad you guys were jamming along. Now, you know what? I don't even know. Now I'm looking around. Okay, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. For this, let's do it. Guess the sound! Okay, now this will be easy. This will be easy for you guys. Here it is. But it's a new instrument. And what is it? You guys remember? I think I showed it to you last time. Urban Dervish says, I can dig it. Yeah. So what is the sound for today? I want to put my headphones back on so I can actually hear what I'm doing. Anyone? The type of instrument should be pretty easy to get. What do you guys think? You guys gotta, get in there before Roseanne, because Roseanne usually gets the points. I want to see a more competitive guess the sound. All right, it's not a kashishi. Actually, this is a kashishi right here. But it is a similar sound, right? So here's the kashishi. And here's the sound. So I could see why you would guess kashishi. Not a bad guess, but a little different. So what's another instrument that's like that? So it's yeah, it's not a sistrum, although I guess maybe it sounds pretty bright. Um, it's not a tambourine. It's a new instrument to me. It's not like a new instrument that was just recently invented. It's actually a very old instrument. All right, Neil says I can picture it, but the name escapes me. Urban Dervish, beans in a jar. No. What is Daisy? What is the Canada? What is that? Oh, Kabasa. No, it's not. It's not Kabasa. And Lionel's here. Shikaru. Chakaru. What is that? Is that like Shokaru? Shokaru? Let me know. So here it is again. What do you guys think? Any? How about a couple more guesses? I'll give you a hint. It's on a handle. It's on a stick. What kind of instrument is on a stick? And I'm gonna tap it in my palm right now. So I'm gonna play it in my palm. Oh, Daisy said my husband played my kashishi by the handle. Ooh. It was almost the last thing he did. That's funny. Yeah. Seed pod rattle, not quite. Santa saying maraca. Maraca. All right. So we usually spell that with a C, but I got what you said, and that is this. So yeah. Maraca. So basically, it's a maraca, right? Maraca. It's a rattle. I would have accepted rattle as an answer. Beans on rods. Yes. Urban Dervish. This I just got this. The weekend before last, and I wanted to show you. God, can I? Let me zoom. Hold on. Let me focus this. I want to focus the overhead. So here it is. Look at this. Isn't that cool, you guys? Let's see if I can get it more in focus. So this is a gourd rattle. What is that? Is that a rabbit? I think it's a rabbit there or something. Yeah, or some sort of animal. So it's like a deer. Hold on. Let's see. There's a little face. Believe it or not, it's really hard to hold something up to the camera because it moves in like the opposite direction. So that's the rattle. And I got this from a flute maker, Nash Tavaya, and he sells some percussion, and he gets these made down in, where did he say? Oaxaca, I think he said, down in Mexico. And he gets the gourd, and they do the carving. This is all handmade, hand carved, and then he makes it into a rattle. It puts it on a stick. So it's kind of a hybrid. I really liked it though. It sounds great. It's like, it's very bright, right? And I need another rattle, right? Who doesn't? Oh, Daisy said I have one of those. Oh, nice. So yeah, so it's just a rattle, but it's, I don't know. It's kind of loud, and it just has a really bright sound. Let me switch mics though, because I'm using my talking mic right now. Let me switch mics. Right, so kind of a real clean sound, real bright, but not harsh. So I like it. It's fun. To me, it's like got a kind of a happy rattle sound. All right, so that's the Nashtavaya rattle. What did I say? I want to say, like there's so many cities that sound similar to me. Not Guadalupe, Guadalajara, no. LaGuardia, no. What did I say? I forgot what I said earlier. Oh, right. Okay, you guys. In other news, so oh, by the way, so that's Sienna. You're the winner today, by the way. Oh, Oaxaca. Yeah, that's right. Oaxaca. Sienna, you're the winner. So, Roseanne, let her know how many points she gets. And congratulations. That was a good guess. Maraca. All right. Or rattle. You could say rattle. Okay, so moving along, you guys, before we get, too far along time-wise, I have a video for you. Hopefully the audio works this time. I've been working on this, but we'll see in a second. So I'm going to show you a quick video, and I think I can just play it. So if you don't hear the audio, just say no audio. I'm going to hit it right now, and we'll see what happens. All right? Hopefully this will work. What's up, everybody? All right. So I've got a lot of extra sticks and doodads that I don't really need. I've got too many things. I got all these mallets and stuff over there. I got all these different kinds of sticks. I mean, some of these things are brand new. Like this is a Kalani Doon stick. It's actually a really nice stick. Here's what it looks like. It's got a little grip right here, a little cutout for your hands. Like, feels great. It's for Doons. But I don't need this many of them. I got extras. And a lot of these things they're nice. They're new, pretty new-ish. Some of the stuff that's used is so good, like some of these drumsticks. Got a lot of timbali sticks, drumsticks, different kinds of specialty sticks. And I want to give you guys some because I appreciate you being patrons. Now, first of all, how can you get your hands on this? Well, first of all, you need to be a Courses Tier patron. So this is exclusively for Courses Tier patrons, patreon.com/Kalani, because I appreciate you guys. You guys support the channel month in and month out. So I want to give you guys first shot at this stuff. Look at this. Like, here's a bunch of, these are like prototype sticks when I invented the Kalani circle sticks, which ended up being more like this. These are prototypes. Fun, but I don't need them. Look at this thing. Look at that. What are you gonna do with that? So I'm gonna give you guys first shot at these, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pack up some of these priority mail tubes with some sticks and just grabbing like a handful or two and shove them in these tubes, and then we'll have a system where you guys can get them. And you may have to pay shipping, though, because I'm not going to... I like you guys. I appreciate you. But I don't think I want to pay for your shipping. I'll pay for the sticks. I'll give you guys sticks, and you just pay shipping. But no tax. We'll do flat rate envelope or flat rate box, and we'll hook you guys up, all right? So if you want to participate, make sure you're a Courses Tier patron, patreon.com/Kalani, and then I'll send you some stuff. I'll send you a gift box with some useful items. All right? Sound good? Appreciate you guys. Keep tabs at patreon.com/Kalani. Keep your eye out, and we'll make that happen. See you later. All right. Yes, and yeah, it's correct. That's correct, Roseanne. That is a bocce. I knew that, but I was just kind of joking. But you're correct. That is a bocce. Vic Firth made a bunch of different kinds of sticks a while back, including my series and Emil Richards sticks and stuff by Alex Acuna. But then they kind of got away from that, which is too bad. So yeah, so you guys, I'm glad that worked. I can't, what's weird is I can't tell if the audio is going out. I could see the audio in my computer playing, but then it didn't look like it was actually going out through, like the final output, but I guess it was, so that's good. And welcome, Neil, in case I didn't say hello earlier. And yeah, so that's what's happening, you guys. I got a bunch of sticks. I'm going to box them up. So Am I doing this to reward my course's patrons? Yes, absolutely. Am I also doing it to encourage you to join at the courses tier? Yes. Why wouldn't I? I think it's worth it. All right, so that'll be happening, and yeah, that's basically it. Any questions? If you guys have questions, put them in the chat. And why don't we go ahead and get started on Gimme 5 stuff, because we have some time, and I'd like to play some more music today. So maybe what I'll do is I'll just go back to playing. I'll just go back to playing for a minute while you guys sort out the Gimme 5. Today, so we have congas, bongos, right? I've got the boogadoo right there. It's over there. I don't think you can see it, but it's just right there. We've got, a lot of the hand percussion over here, which you can't see because the computer's in the way, but that's okay. Wira, right? The wira scraper. Very loud. Cowbell. Got the low bell over here. We've got the rattle. We've got these guys, also a rattle. Let me zoom in a little. We've got these, right, which have been making an appearance in recent weeks. The usual stuff. Shaker, kashishi, which I used earlier. We've got the sistrum, which I also used earlier, and then some different things. There's a chime. There's the koshi chime here, the D minor koshi chime. Oh, here. Which I could play a flute too. And I do have the D minor flutes right over here, so that's handy. Ukuleles up here. In fact, if anybody chooses ukulele, I'm just gonna tune it right now while we're chatting. So let me do that, and then cajon, which I'm sitting on, on which I am sitting, to be correct. Grammatically. So, just gonna tune the ukulele. So those are all the things. And by the way, Roseanne, congratulations to your mom. This was my mom's ukulele, and she made it to 91. So please tell your mom happy birthday for me. 90 is awesome. That's really cool. So maybe we can, I guess you're going to be with her next Tuesday, right? You won't be here, so, but maybe we can work in a happy birthday. What's your mom's name, by the way? I'm not guaranteeing anything, but maybe if you remind me right before, we could work in a happy birthday. All right, so there's ukulele if you want it. But you guys pick what you want. This is for you, so don't worry about me, okay? This is for you. All right. So I'm going to play a little, and then Anita. Okay, Anita. All right. That's cool. I'm going to put this track back on that I made earlier and just play a little, and then you guys figure out the Gimme 5, and I think we'll be right on schedule. All right. Thank you. We've got so we're going with Sienna and maraca, bongo, koshi chime, flute, and ukulele. Okay, cool. Sienna, would you like the? Now I'm thinking ahead. Are you thinking a major key or a minor key? Or does it matter? We can also do kind of more of a major minor, which would be Dorian mode. Or we could do sort of a what did I say? A minor major, which would be like Mixolydian. That's too much information. What do you think? What kind of vibe? Give me a vibe, Sienna, and then let me. While you're doing that, let me get together the instruments. So we're gonna do the maraca, and we got to do D minor because the koshi chime is D minor. Well, I don't have to. I could mix them, but I guess I'm a little conservative when it comes to mixing keys. But we could do F major, right? D minor, F major, same thing. Minor and major keys. All right. Well, okay. I'll see what I can do. All right. Let's see. Okay. So, let me change a couple settings. All right. And we'll put something together. So we've got, I think, if my math is correct, we've got 2 percussion because we're going to be doing maracas and bongos, and then we've got 3 tonal instruments, koshi chime, ukulele, which are more like chordal, and then we've got the flute, which is our melody. So, yeah, let's go from there. So I'll put some stuff together. Let's start. Why don't we start with a little koshi chime? All right, everybody. All right, Santa. Thanks for the suggestions. Welcome, Richard. Way late. You actually missed when I grabbed. You'll appreciate this. I just got this C flute, which looks a lot like my D flute. I got to remember which bird is on which, because I just I grabbed the C instead of the D minor. So that I cannot recover from easily. Hey, you guys, thanks for dropping by today. I appreciate it. Yeah, and I hope you guys have enjoyed the music today, you know, and this the whole theme of like the yin drumming, which we did, you know, earlier, which I did. And just remember, like this music, very simple, right? 3 chords, a little tweak on the scale, and Dorian, by the way. And you have some nice music, and so, you know, everything we do in music doesn't have to be complicated, you know. And I feel like often we're always striving for like complicated and like more showy and flashy and stuff, and it doesn't have to be that. It can be, but it doesn't have to. All right, thanks, Roseanne. I'll see you in 2 weeks. Appreciate you. Thanks everybody for dropping by. And Richard, contact me, okay? We need to talk. Thanks everybody, and yeah, Sienna, thanks for the suggestions, and that's what I appreciate about you guys coming up with the Gimme 5s, because it always challenges me, and then unexpected things happen, a lot of which is nice. All right, I appreciate you guys. I'll see you next week, and we'll see Roseanne in 2 weeks. Happy birthday to Anita, Roseanne's mom. I'm gonna let this play a little, and I will sign out. All right, see you guys soon.
World Drum Club.